Well, good evening and welcome along to Moster Does the Crossword. This is Moster and it is Wednesday, August 4th. I will be discussing in various forms the New York Times crossword puzzle for Thursday, August 5th. There's a whole big thing in the episode description that takes you to a OneDrive. Eventually there will be a video or something that gives you the whole introduction about what it is that we're doing here. But in terms of this, I like this puzzle a lot. Some of it is where my brain is, I think, but there was a lot of neat stuff in here. A lot of interesting. The theme was nicely tricksy, and there were a couple of other clues that were kind of related to each other, and I like when they do that too. So that was all very nice, and a good solid Thursday. And yeah, so I'm gonna let everybody get to, if they so choose, either one of these two programs. Please be advised that if you are listening to the review, it is full of spoilers. It starts with a picture of the gold and goes right into an image or the actual puzzle itself, the solution. The puzzle itself, on the other hand, starts from the blank page. So that's about it for this intro. Thanks again for coming along, and I hope you enjoy. 1, 2, 3, go. Alright, one across, big and ad speak mega. Ooh, we got something going on with the theme here. What was that? 5 across, game show, shout out. It's not answer. I don't know. It's gone through that theme too, so we'll see. What is that? 10, miss something, regrets. I feel like I think I did just 30 seconds ago hear that in a trivia thing, because that's one of the things that I do. Anyway, draft picks is going to be ales, because that's another big one. I should snap that. And notice, remember we talked about both of them? No, take two screenshots. Okay, what is this now? Back to there. 15 across, Grammy category. Once again, just having a conversation with somebody about how numerous and ultra-specific the Grammy categories are. So we will skip that. 16, sport shooting variety. And it's not skeet, which means that I don't know. 17, after the top half of a 7. Alright, we'll skip that for now. 19, Total War Game Company. Total War Game Company. I don't know. I should probably, but I don't. 20, his murder elicited the first wail of mourning. It's not Muhammad. It's not Jesus. Lead in to care. 21. Oral. Sure, give it a try. 23. Icy remark. Burr. 24. When the Lyrid meteor shower typically peaks. What's a 5-letter month? We'll do it later. Bucolic call would be like a coup or something. Bucolic is one of those words for me where it sounds the opposite. Like it sounds like it should have a root that means like gross, but it doesn't. It's beautiful and serene and blah blah blah. So I have no idea what that is. Anyway, 27, another sport shooting variety. So this time I will put skeet in. And we'll see what happens. King of Cubs, 29, lion. before the bottom half. So skip that. That and España once again. But this time it's with 3 letters. So this is the thing. Is it SA? Let's put SA and see what happens. Carry on and do this for this. And I guess for it, yeah. Gonna do what I should do it. Carrie of Sex and the City Bradshaw. ADSHAW. I think she was a jerk on that show. The character. I know other people think the woman was a jerk, but I think the character was a jerk. Flashpoint with a question mark. Is it cheese? Maybe. Probably not, but we'll leave it and see. It kind of looks like it fits. Anyway, Savage. Wild, Untamed. Doesn't fit. Feral. 40. Stopped producing new leads. Went cold. 34. Apt rhyme for lumberjacks. Axe. After the top F, skip that. 48. Leave out omit. Silly in 5. Crazy? Meh. Live well slogan here. GNC? I think so. I don't know if I think that. What the fuck am I talking about? We'll see if that's right. You can see right through it in 5. So it's not window. And it's not pane, and it's not sash. It could be space. Or it could be prism. Prism. You can see right through it. Maybe not, given that ETM over there, but I kind of like it. Let's see here. 52, MC, somebody of NWA. Who's the MC? Another one I don't know. Because, I didn't grow up with that kind of diversity in my existence. Talk Up 53 is hype. 55, where you might search for a lead with a question mark. Like AD, so it's not a musical thing. Fuse box. I know it's only 4 letters. We'll come back. 56, stained in a way. Died? Another theme one. 62, pre-release in Silicon Valley is beta, even though it doesn't really mean anything anymore. 63, Japanese automaker in 5. Nissan is 5, Toyota is 6, Honda is 5, so that's too much to work on now. Island is the Gathering Place. 64, I do not know. 65, Funk, I'm going to say Odor, it might be Reek, but Odor seems like it fits better. We'll see. 57, Down as Doors of the American Revolution. We'll see. Throughout Malady for short is going to be Strep. And 67, Graph Component. I'm going to leave that blank. And now we're on the downs. 1 down, portrait seen on renminbi banknotes. Mao, I'm going to say. Poll worker. Leave it for now. 3 down. Cool at Lovebirds is get a room, which means that SA should be SO. And cheese is wrong, which is not terribly surprising. So you get rid of that on 34 down. And you stick an M there. And now we go rubbish receptacle, ash can. That's nice and tricksy. I like that. I hope I'm right, because I like that. Get a room is what we're talking about, I suppose. Cry of pain or laughter, 5 down. I don't know, that could be a lot of things. 6 down, major talking point on CNBC. Maybe. PGA? Or does golf have that? What has the majors? I'm going to say PGA. See NBC though, not ESPN. So I don't know. I hope this is recording my voice. Yeah, we'll see. I hope it does. Okay. Alright, here we go. Hybrid creature of myth. With an O and a D on 7 down. This is like... What do we got? We got the horse, which is satyr. We've got a mermaid. We've got the ones that don't have any human in them that I don't know, because they're Greek myths, so we'll figure it out. City sieged by Joan of Arc. This is something I really feel like I should know, but I don't. 9 down. Anti-DUI drug is... Is it? I'm going to put mad and get rid of oral. Yeah. So we're killing oral from whatever this is, 21. And then back here at 9, we're going to do mothers against drunk driving. 10, 4 periods. Fourth periods in hockey is OTs for overtimes. 11, a host of answers. With a question mark. I kind of want to say something like FAC, but on the other hand, I don't, because that would mean everything is wrong. 12 down, seconded. I agree. Rival of Athens, 13 is Sparta. I don't know why that made me think of Gerard Butler. Not particularly attracted to Gerard Butler. Anyway, sushi choice. I'm going to put uni here. Although I think it's wrong, because I think that 20 is going to be acai, because it's always fucking acai. Maybe not. So let's put uni here and see what happens. Follower of Christmas or Easter. It's not Sunday, and it's not Mass, and it's not meal. And I'm pretty confident in both Bradshaw and Mike Cole, and Skeet for that matter. So let's keep going. 24 down, Sun and Test of the Dubervilles. I do not know. It's probably Alec or Alex or something, but we'll figure that out. 25, something pizza, Punny Trattoria name. I don't even want to guess at that. It may be wireless. 26, bra. 28, green smoothie ingredient, kiwi, not kale, which is what my brain went to first, and then I saw Bradshaw and I was like, no, so it's kiwi. Liquid plumber, alternative is Drano. I need to do something hopefully slightly less toxic than that to my side of the sink, because I shave there all the time, not all the time. Some tribal leaders on Game of Thrones. That's another one that could be like anything. 33, playwright Bertolt Brecht. I don't know. Hype doesn't have to be right. We'll see what happens when we get to 42. Bucolic beasts. Use. Certain poetic... Excuse me. Let's try that again. 37. Certain protective parent colloquially. Let's put mom here, even though it could be dad. Because this graph component axis sounds like a plan. So prism is wrong. So let's say glass. And then that makes 39 down be let's, which is pretty appropriate for a Thursday. That's a good one. Late night interviewee, for example. G-U-E-S-C, TV guest. So hype is wrong. And now in 41 down we go T-V-G-U-E-S-T. 42 down, hybrid creature of myth. I should have seen that coming. I still don't know it. 43, Lord of the Rings, Betty Orc. Gummy candy brand, Haribo. So died is wrong. So this is 45, I-H-A-R. I really dig that. I don't know why, but I really like just typing in the right letters and not the other ones. Like, especially if you start in the middle of the word. I find it very satisfying. Kicked things off. Started does not fit. 47, connect with. It's not speak to, it's not get to. Could be talk to. We'll see. Gonna be a lot of going around on this one. 48, hard one to teach, old dog. 51, initials in AMTV, GMA for Good Morning America. That might capture people. It might be tied using a drum knot. Is it Obies? It might be Obi, or it might be... What is this sumo one? It's called a no or something. But HS is not right. Let's see what happens. 55 down, time. Let's do time is up, although I don't really like it. Maneuverable in nautical lingo. Huh. 57 down, by the way. I do not know. Philosopher Mo something. I do not know. 60 down, another sushi choice. 61 down, let down at a fireworks show is dud. And we're back up to the crosses. Alright, game show shoutout is high. Mom in 5 across. Grammy category is still too vague, so 5 down. Cry of pain or laughter, starting with an H. Oh. Major talking point on CNBC, maybe. Starting with an I. Still with that in the hybrid creature. So 17 across. After the top half of 7 down. So this is an interesting reciprocal kind of thing where you got to get the two of them together in order to figure it out, which is good. It's difficult, but that's okay. His murder. Alright, let's take Uni out. And I still don't know what this is in 20 across. But that's okay. Lead into care, 21. PD, I've never heard that. Like, it's care, not cure. I don't know. When the Lariat minute. Okay, so RA. So Ashcan is wrong because it's April. But Megas and Ales is right. So, and lion is right. So what am I changing here? Do not like when I do that. Lion is right and is murder. Allah doesn't fit, neither does Muhammad. I'm looking at 20 across again. 21 leading to Karen now. 24. Oh, I was going to put April here. That was the whole point of this. Stoner, good job. You call it call. Starting with a B in 26, let's say ba. The bottom half, 20. 30 rather, excuse me. Before the bottom half of a 7 down, triple and then some. Nope. Flashpoint camera, that's 34. So it was Alec for whoever this is. Who is this? The son and Tess of the Dubervilles. Piece of pizza's cute. Alright, let's go back over here to 45 and see what we can do. After the top half of a 42 down, circles around the block. I want to say this is going to be over in the middle here. I don't know if I have it right now. Silly on 49. Kick things off, I still don't know for 46. And this I was just talking to myself about. MC. That doesn't ring any kind of truth at all. Let's see if I get connect with out. Actually, let's say link to in 47 down. Stained in white, inky. So now I'm back to 46 NED. MC run? Talk up tout. That's 53 across. Hybrid creature of myth. Now 42 down is centaur. So after the top half of a 42 down, which is a man, circles around the block. After the top half of a centaur, the top half is a no. The top half of a centaur is a person. All right. Back over here to, what is that one again? 30. Yeah, I still don't know that. Hybrid creature of myth on 7 down. I don't know, I feel like I'm close, but I don't know if I'm close enough. Pole worker back up to 2. I want it to be some kind of electrician, but that doesn't really work. It's POLE, not POLL. So it's climbing or, I don't know, cherry picking? Alright, I guess back over here to 19, Untold War is Sega. So now 11 down, a host of answers with a question mark. I don't know, but if we go back here to 16, sport shooting, that's trap. Oh, cute. Very nice. Very nice. A host of answers with a question mark is Trebek. Poor, sad Alex Trebek, who Leela thinks I should know was temporarily replaced by LeVar Burton. I'm glad they did that. But anyway, I still don't know. Oh, it is Mermaid. Fucking staring me in the face this whole time. 7 down is Mermaid. How many minutes did I waste on that nonsense? Now, before the bottom half of a 7 down, tipple, and then some. So the bottom half is tail. I'm looking at 30 across, by the way, if I didn't say that. Savage. 36. Tribal? That's kind of lame. And then fit 37 down. Certain protective parent, I don't know. Bama. No. Certain protective parent, colloquially. I don't know. Oh, I wanted to see if this is IMDb. Yes. Very nice. Where you might search for a lead, IMDb. That's a good one. Even though Amazon owns IMDb, then you should try to use the moviedb.org, even though the moviedb.org is kind of shitty. It's better than nothing. So, we're back here now. Before the bottom half of a 42 down, so before a horse keeps arguing after something has been decided, beats a dead. Alright, good. So this something is wrong with the parent in 37, so now we go back here and we see that it is very literal, beats a dead horse. So now if we go back up to this one in 30, before something tail, tipple, and then some. Help if I knew exactly what tipple meant. Alright, ooh, that's cute down here. 63, Japanese automaker Isuzu. That reminds me of a brain teaser where if you take one Japanese car company name and add one letter to it, you get another Japanese car company, and obviously it's an anagram. And the answer to that is Isuzu and Suzuki. So there you go. So now back over here to 64. Islanders, the gathering place is Oahu, which is another thing I feel like they just had. And now we gotta go back here and figure out what the hell's going on. 37 down, because beats a DEAD. DEAD. Primal, okay. So 36 across is Primal. And then back down to 37 is Mama Bear. And then 67 across, graph component is Grid, which aligns Sushi Bar choice in 60 down to be Ahi. Okie dokie. Hokey pokey. Now, I still don't have tipple and then some. Back up here in 30. What's this one? After the top half of a 42 down, circles around the block. Isn't the top half of a 42 down like a woman? back to this one, 49 silly. A miss? I kind of like that. Let's see what happens there, shall we? MC, and then let's put MC run in for... No, let's look at this again. It's 46 down. Kicked things off. M-N-E-D. If it is run, A, B, it has to be a vowel. Alright, so maybe that isn't a miss. Let's look at it again. Silly. Yeah, that doesn't have to be that. I feel like this is Bertolt Brecht. I'm going to put that in and then see what happens. Silly, back in 49. Apish, which I also don't like. After, oh, horse. No. Pausing to sigh at myself. After the top half of a 42 down, which is a centaur, not a fucking mermaid, circles around the block. So it's manhole covers is what it is for 46. Yes. Fine. Now, kick things off is opened in 46 down. I don't really like apish over here on 49 across. But we're moving toward the right place. So before the bottom half of a 7 down, I still don't know this. Before tail. Follower of Christmas or Easter in 22 down. Is there a consonant there that really works? No, I'm not seeing it. Let's go back over here to 4 down. Rubbish. So ash bin? I still don't know the murder. Sushi bar choice is going to be eel. Oh, so that'll be able. For 20 across. Okay, and this is on the something. After the top of 7 down, sophisticated lady, woman of the world is 17 across, which gives us elf over here and pole worker. Haha, very nice on that one. Howl, there you go, for cry of pain or laughter. Another one that I'd like to have gotten a little bit more quickly. Grammy category opera. And then Siege, Joan of Arc, and 5 down here. Opera was 15 across. For those of you not watching, this is Orlean. And now what do we have here? I still don't know that. Lead into care. Med-E-care. follower of Christmas or Easter. 22 down. I-S... E-C... Iscard... D-E-F... H... K-L-M-N-O-P. Christmas is pard. Easter is pard. None of that works, but something is wrong here in 31. In this, some tribal leaders on Game of Thrones. But I don't know, because primal is right. At least I think it is. What happens if we just do this for now? Some tribal leaders on Game of Thrones. I still don't know the answer. Christmas or Easter. Follower of Christmas or Easter. Christmas. If I get rid of that R. Is Christmas is I-S or Easter. Easter. I don't know, but keep going places that are way too cynical. Some tribal leaders. If I paid more attention to Game of Thrones, I would probably know the answer to that. Before the bottom half, so made. Tipple and then some. Or tail. I feel like I've done this. Because I have. Because that's who I am. Drink. But K. Oh yeah, I guess it would be call like that. So savage is animal. Alright, so call is 31. Savage is animal in 36 across. So island is follower of Easter or Christmas in 22. And bang. Okay. So yeah, that was a good one. Thanks again for coming along. I hope you enjoyed this experience. I hope you got something out of it. Looking at this now, I can tell you that this is drink like a fish. The bottom half of a mermaid is a fish. And I am not always the most connected of brained people. But anyway, thank you for coming. Thank you for staying. And we are at the point where I would appreciate a like or a subscription or a comment or maybe a recommendation. No pressure. If you're interested, if you like it, I'd love to hear about it. But that's about it. So I hope you have a very nice time whenever you do get to consume this. Okay, review take 2. Let this be your final warning that there are spoilers ahead. I like this one. There was a lot here. We'll get into the screenshots in a couple of minutes. I'm not in the best headspace, whatever, it's the end of the night. Although I do these at the end of the night every night, so that's kind of a weird thing to use as a so-called excuse. But yeah, like, I like this theme. It was a good theme. The mermaid and the centaur thing. And then this before the bottom half, etc., etc. You know. And it was really, I don't know, it didn't fully click. I was not following the instruction. Like, I got 58 across for Beats a Dead Horse fairly quickly before the bottom half of a 42 down, which is a centaur, so that's a horse. Keeps arguing after something has been decided, which arguably is something that happened to me today, but that's not for this particular forum. So anyway, I like this theme. I thought it was good. I like all of these, even though, again, I was not using that word, but really not all the way there. Manhole covers, drink like a fish. It's not that fucking complicated. Woman of the world, or lady of the world, I suppose, depending on how you look at it. But anyway, there were still a few other things. If we go back to the screenshots, yeah, Orleans, and I think in 15 across, this is why I have this screenshot up. I got opera in 15 across, and they're really good about, actually I don't want to say it like that, but there's a lot of people who have a lot of jokes about the number of Grammy categories that there are and how ridiculous that all ends up being. But there were still, you know, to continue going through here for specific stuff, I liked Howl in 5 down. This one threw me a little bit for Cry of Pain or Laughter. I kept thinking it was going to be something weird in text speech, but it's fairly straightforward. Pole Worker, I like this one. Elf for 2 down. That was a cute one. Just, yeah, because I couldn't figure it out. I thought it was an election worker or something like that. And that's the whole point, right? Similarly, his murder elicited the first wail of mourning. Abel, okay, for 20 across, that makes perfect sense. And being not nearly as much of an anti-theist as I used to be, but still actively ignorant of a lot of things. Although I think there's something else in this. Is it in here, or is it maybe it was something that I answered yelling at the screen while I was watching another trivia thing before? But I feel like there's something else recently where I drew on Bible knowledge. Anyway, yeah, that's manhole covers. Kind of talked about these 4, so I'm not going to spend a lot more time. 45 across, manhole covers. And then Oahu. I like this one too for 64. This is another one where if I were, I don't know, I kind of want to say if I were feeling a little bit more cynical, I would have gotten it sooner. But yeah, it makes a lot of sense, and it's pretty, and good job for Hawaii. I don't know why there are 2 pictures of this. So yes, what is it, 63, Japanese automaker Isuzu. This is a good one too, because there are so many 5-letter Japanese car makers, and I was really having difficulty with what I was putting in those themes. And the downs in the beginning, there's an old brain teaser from something, which is, you know, if you take one Japanese car manufacturer, add 1 letter and scramble them, you get another one, and it's Isuzu and Suzuki, in case you were wondering. If you ever hear that old episode of Car Talk, you can impress your friends. Where you might search for a lead, IMDb, again, 55 across. I like this one. It's right where it should be. Especially they put the question mark in there. Although, since Amazon now owns IMDb and they definitely do things to tweak the information that you see, I recommend going to the less comprehensive areas of the interwebs, such as the MovieDB or Gasp of Gasps, Wikipedia, or I'm sure there are others that I just don't fucking know about. So yeah, here again, 7 down. This is Mermaid, Hybrid Creature of Myth. Kind of talked about these before, but the top one is Mermaid and the bottom one is Centaur, so that's 7 and 42. This one I liked. This one gave me a little bit of a mist. a host of answers for Trebek for 11 down. Yeah. And again with a question mark. Oh, good. I'm glad now that whatever the fuck I thought was acai is not acai. Oh, lion. Ha. But anyway, we'll get back there, I'm sure, in a bit. Pizza. Pizza. Yes, very cute. Reminds me of another comedy bit, which we don't need to talk about right now. And yeah, the son and Tess of the Dubervilles, Alec. I'm putting this here for me to say it to myself as much as anything else. This is 24 down. Because I never watched it, and there's just so much fucking TV these days. And initials in AMTV, GMA, that's Good Morning America. This is one that not everybody would necessarily be familiar with, and I think that my biggest knowledge of it comes from watching The Soup as much as anything else. So, yeah, GMA, 51 down for Good Morning America, which is apparently hosted by a bunch of drunk people now. Excuse me again. Let's Hear for Sounds Like a Plan in 39? Yes. I like that one too. And also it's just worth, because it's like, shall we? Let's. So it's kind of, you might want to put something like Me Too or I Agree, but none of that fits. Or you think about doing something weird with I, but that's what it ends up being. I like this one too for 3 down. Cool at Lovebirds, Get a Room. Very nice. And Ash Can, which is wrong, so we shouldn't really talk about it. What did it end up being? Ash Bin or something? Yeah, which I'd never really heard of before. Where is it? This is silly of me. Yeah, this is not going to be the most tight, and it's already take 2. Anyway, we talked about Ash Can, which is really Ash Bin. Live Well, Sloganeer, GNC, they're the people that make the vitamin supplements and stuff like that. That's one of those ones that just like stuck in my brain. Icy Remark, Burr, yeah, that was a cute one. And then Here Again, so Icy Remark was 23 across. And then 32 across, that in España. I have Essa, it ends up being SO. It's another one of these ones where I feel like they could just do whatever the fuck they want with it. This next one here, 10 across, Miss Otis Regrets, is a jazz standard, and I was just listening to, or watching actually, something where they talked about that song. That's a British trivia show called Pointless, which talks about obscure answers. There's a lot of British, but the stuff that isn't is actually really interesting. And you learn trivia, like I learned the capital of the UAE and Qatar are Doha, and something that I've already forgotten, but it's enough that it's sitting around in my brain that it'll come out eventually when I need it. And the last thing that I called out here was Draft Picks Ales. This is another one that's a pretty common association, something like this, draft an ale or pub or pull in a pub or anything like that. Another thing that I did want to talk about is bucolic. Because bucolic, this is one that's more from, I don't know how much it is for me and anybody else, but bucolic, to me, it doesn't sound nice. It sounds, for whatever reason, it has some association, like the way I instinctually dissect the word, it turns into something meaning disgusting, when the actual answer is, like a pasture land. So you've got the bucolic call is ba, and then somewhere else, that's 26 across, by the way, if you're not watching. And then somewhere else is you. Yes, here, 35 down. Bucolic beasts are used. So yeah, I think that's about it for this one. Again, I think it was a good one. There's a lot of cute little things to trip you up. a nice Thursday before you start rolling through into Friday and Saturday with no theme, and then the stretched out stress that is a Sunday. So I will leave it here. Thank you all for listening, and we are at the point now where if you'd like to like or subscribe or comment, I'd really love to hear your thoughts, because I'm doing this and I want people to enjoy it. It's all about my vanity, but I still want people to enjoy it. So I will leave it there. Thank you again for coming along on this journey, and have a lovely time whenever you are listening.